Second session is going to be a presentation on transforming Rwanda into a global hub through investment, innovation, and enhanced connectivity. The presentation is going to be delivered by Ms. Irene Murerwa, Chief Tourism Officer, Rwanda Development Board. And if Madame Irene is here, I invite her to come up and deliver her presentation. Shall we welcome her with a round of applause, please?
Distinguished leaders, esteemed partners, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good morning again. Before I dive into the Rwanda Opportunity, I really want to extend my appreciation to the board chairman, Mr. Stephen. He was participating at the previous panel. He highlighted his experience at the Kigali Airport. Being the Chief Tourism Officer at RDB, this is really, really good. The fact that he mentioned that he's willing to come back because of the experience that he had. Once again, thanks, we appreciate. So as I was saying, we will go through the Rwanda Opportunity. I understand that we need to emphasize on collaboration. We also have to push for policies collaboration. But I'm going to circle back and take you through the Rwanda Opportunity. Before we discuss or talk about what we have achieved, it's very important that we honor the past. As you know, Rwanda went through a tragic period. That was back in 1994. It was the genocide against the Tutsi, and it was a very, very horrible experience for everyone. I'm sure being here, if you did not have the time, please visit the Genocide Memorial. That will be a true experience to understand what we've been through. So, 1994, apart from going through this, we decided to rebuild the country. We went on to set the Vision 2020 in 2000. Then the Rwanda Development Board was established. Why? Because we were mandated to accelerate the economic growth, push for social development, and job creation. For that, the government, when I say we, it's the government, we came up with the Rwanda Development Board with a mandate of pushing for investment, tourism, regulating sectors, pushing for a conducive environment for investors. There we have come up with a one-stop center. So today, if you're an investor or is just a simple tourist, you don't have to go to different ministries to get information on what to do, on how to invest in Rwanda. You will have to just go to the RDB building, and there at the ground floor, you will see the one-stop center, which comprises 20 and plus institutions altogether. You can get license, you can get permits, and all that kind of information that you will need if you were to visit Rwanda or come to invest. So we went on to pass different regulations, again, for a conducive environment. 2014, we came up with the Rwanda Convention Bureau. Today, you are seated at the KCC, but the Rwanda Convention Bureau has a mandate to push for MICE, meetings, incentives, conference, events. So AFRA being here, the 13th Aviation Summit, it's also part of the strategy that we have to boost our MICE business. So we went on to set the vision for 2050. As I was saying, in 2000, we set the vision for 2020. Now in 2019, we decided to push. And as you know, Rwanda is a first and fast mover, very ambitious country. So we decided to set one for 2050. How do we set it? It's worth mentioning that we have a national strategy for transformation. So the first one was, the baseline was in 2017 for 5 years. And then we started NST2 in 2024 until 2029. So 2024, Rwanda was recognized for the second ease of doing business in Africa. We are also one of the safest countries, I would say the 6th in the world, first in Africa. And then we were also recognized for governance transparency. Now we have ambition to become, in 2035, an upper middle country. As you can see, I mentioned the vision of 2050, which is now to become a high-income country. How do we do this? We've set up 5 key priorities: creating decent and productive jobs, reducing stunting and malnutrition, very important, and boosting exports. You play a big part in that. Enhancing public service delivery. Again, the one-stop center is a testament to that. Improving the quality of education. I cannot emphasize on all of that. You have some numbers here. So right now we are at maybe 1,000 and plus. We aiming to be a double digit by 2050. Again, the Rwanda GDP grew 14 times bigger. From 2003 to 2023, we were able to go from 1.150 billion Rwandan franc to over 16 billion. That's I would say, commendable progress. Please clap. So the services accounts for 44%. You have the financial industry in it. You have the tourism, again, sector. You have aviation as well. And you have agriculture playing a big part. I think 70% of employment comes from the agriculture industry. Now, this is just to highlight the numbers. From 2020, we were a little less than 500,000 in terms of arrival. Now we are over 1 million. We're going to talk about the tourism revenue, 131 million USD. Now we are a little lower than maybe 650 million. Then we went on to also invest heavily in the hospitality industry in terms of hotel and accommodations. Now we have over 20,000. Perhaps as we are conducting the inventory for 2025, we will be close to 30,000 rooms in total. Our target is to achieve 1.1 billion USD, but why can't we do even more? So as I touched upon in the first, I think the second slide, I discussed in 2014, the establishment of the Rwanda Convention Bureau, RCB. This is part of the strategy to push MICE. So we've hosted the Africa Energy, the Africa CEO Forum, the FIA, a first ever on the African continent. We are also having the World Cycling Championships, the UCI, in September, attracting more than 15,000 delegates. Why Rwanda? Should I go on? Sorry. So the previous panel touched upon free movement, collaboration. I think this slide illustrates what Rwanda has achieved in the past few years. We have an EAC free trade agreement. COMESA free trade agreements, inclusive of the Southern Africa as well. We have one with the EU, but arms, of course, except for that. And then we have the ongoing Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. I will really, again, emphasize on what Mr. Aaron was saying. How do we push for that? How do we make sure we get all governments together to sign this so that we can have the free movement, emphasize on either visa upon arrival or free visa? How do we do that? I think he mentioned about bringing, for the next AFRA, the ministers of foreign affairs on board so that they can understand how crucial this is for Africa and the economy. Well, here I would like to express our appreciation for all the Rwandair, of course, but also all the international airlines. As you can see, they are able to connect people to the world. Now, let's again emphasize on education and innovation. This is proof of concept of companies that actually believed in the Rwandan model, and they have decided to come and invest in Rwanda. So you have the BioNTech, IRCAD, the Zipline, VW, and then you have also not just the renowned African university, you also have Carnegie Mellon. Here it's very exciting. Why? I know you're in aviation. I'm not going to tell you what is going on at the International Bugesera Airport. I'm pretty sure that you will have a panel that experts will explain and perhaps dive into the subject. What I really wanted to do on this slide was to highlight the concept behind having the airport city. We have come up with clusters such as the mixed-use hubs where we will have residential and commercial areas. Then we have the agri-hub, again, emphasizing on export and import through a state-of-the-art cargo terminal. We came up with the Bugesera Central. You will have the medical city. You have universities, as you have seen on the previous slide. We have Carnegie Mellon, ALU. Why not Harvard there? Perhaps. So you also have a mega Africa duty-free mall. What does that mean? It translates in job creation, translates in accelerating economic growth. As you know, it's not always a model that you will find in Africa. So this is a very important project for Rwanda. Then you have tourism, leisure, on that side, on the orange. I don't know if you can all see it. We will have amusement park, different high-end hotels. This is really good for investors. Of course, we have different lakes all around. So that's really what we aspire to have around the airport city. I will conclude by, I don't know how much time you have in Rwanda, but if you've gone around the city, you will see the likes of Marriott, Radisson Blu. Again, it's a statement of the confidence, the vote of confidence that the investor, international, renowned corporation have in Rwanda. You have the one and only, you have the Singita. If you are from South Africa, you pretty much know about that, or Southern Africa. And you have Mantis and Wilderness as well. This is only illustrating a few. We have more coming. The likes of Move and Pick, not far from here. I think they will launch in September. It's under construction right now. It's another testament of the confidence that investors have in the conducive environment that we have set. So I will conclude here, and I will also invite you to have free movement, please. As Mr. Aaron again said, we are our own enemies. So please don't be your own enemy. Go out there, venture, see the city, see Kigali by night, and come back again with some comments, tweet, post. I encourage you to really, really, buy some souvenirs, handicrafts, experience, the busy city of Kigali. Thank you.